allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone.
Chuck, you want us to not move you?
You don't have to now. I'm here on time.
Oh, perfect. No, maybe
Okay, good.
late before we
Great.
Okay.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Barbiaki.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Bob Cannon.
Here.
Commissioner Tom Blount.
Here.
Commissioner Stu Davis.
Here.
Commissioner Joe DeLuca.
Here.
Commissioner Al Ramirez. Commissioner Louis Stepien.
Here.
City Manager Craig Morton.
Here.
TDA Director Charles Bennett.
Here.
And OHM Advisor Project Manager Alex Perrin.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. We have a couple changes in the agenda.
We still have a couple of changes. Well, again, we were going to move Chuck down later on because so that he could kick off the music in the park, but apparently he's got someone to cover that for him, so we don't have to do that. But we do have a guest speaker. Sarah will be the guest speaker. She'll introduce herself and her program. Item number 9B, because Ed's not here, we're going to remove that from the agenda.
9D.
9B.
Oh, B, I'm sorry.
And then, the other thing is on the reappointments, after the agenda went out, we found a typo. The first four, I, J, K, and L, the expiring terms aren't 29, they're 28.
So the first four.
The first four are instead of expiring in 29, they're expiring in 28.
Okay.
Basically, it's the four park ones.
Okay.
They have a shorter term.
Yes, they have a shorter term.
I move the agenda be approved as modified.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Okay. So next, we have the approval of the consent agenda items. Does anyone have any questions for Craig?
I move to approve the consent agenda, including the payment of $719,719.90.
Support.
I would get 19 twice.
Roll call, please.
Davis.
Yes.
Blount.
Yes.
DeLuca.
Yes.
Ramirez.
Yes.
Stepien.
Yes.
Cannon.
Yes.
Bianchi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, we have citizens from the floor. If anyone would like to come up and give us their thoughts, please come to the podium. Please give us your name and your address, and you will have 5 minutes. If anyone would like to speak? Seeing no one, we're going to move on. So next is our guest speaker, and this is Sarah Griffin. Sarah, if you'd like to come up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Griffin. I'm the program coordinator for Lapeer County 4-H, which is a youth program for kids ages 5 to 19. So I had already put in like a request to the Parks and Rec Board and got their support, but Craig asked me to come and share the information with you also. So what I'm looking at is using the Butterfly Garden for 1 time a week for 6 weeks for an hour to offer a program for kids ages like 5 to 10. On just mindfulness, healthy living, pollinators, nature, and kind of escaping the technology world into nature for a little bit and how beneficial that is. Along with that, I believe it was emailed out to you guys or provided to you a partner agreement. So 4-H is under Michigan State University Extension. We receive a lot of our funding federally. With that, we're not able to discriminate against anyone, and so any partners that we work with, we also would have to have them sign a letter stating that they understand that we abide by all federal laws and we don't discriminate. I'm more than willing to offer more information if you guys have any questions. I know there was like a summary of the program that I was looking at also, and then Lapeer County Community Foundation is partnering with us on it also. So they do a LEAF fund where every child, when they enter kindergarten in a Lapeer County school, they automatically get a bank account, and then they have money deposited that they received a grant for what they call LEAP 360, so it has to have like a healthier or mindfulness background to the program. So anything who has a LEAP account that attends the program will get $30 put into their bank account from the foundation also.
That's awesome.
That's great.
What's that?
Does anyone have any questions? And you need somebody from the city to sign the letter from MSU Extension, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
We need a motion for that.
right. So, you have the MSU Extension letter. And so we would need a motion to, allow someone to sign the letter on behalf of the city.
Who do you think would be the most appropriate party, Craig or yourself?
It really doesn't matter. I went to Michigan State, I just want to say that.
In that regard,
I think the mayor would like to sign.
in that regard, I will make the motion to have this commission allow Madam Mayor Barbaraki here to sign the MSU extension for the 4-H program on behalf of the city of Imlay City.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, great, I will be happy to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for your work.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sounds like fantastic.
Great. Next we have Dawn, who's going to tell us all about elections.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and Commissioners. I am Dawn Sawicki, your local city clerk treasurer, here to talk to you about elections. As we approach Michigan's primary election to be held on Tuesday, August 4th, 2026, I encourage every eligible voter to make their voice heard. Our democracy works best when citizens participate, stay informed, and engage in the process. Michigan voters will have the opportunity to vote early for 9 consecutive days before Election Day, making it easier than ever to cast a ballot and take part in shaping our future. Our City of Imlay City 9 days of early voting will be held in cooperation with Imlay Township and Goodland Township at the Imlay Township Hall located at 682 North Fairgrounds Road in Imlay Township, beginning Saturday, July 25th and ending on Sunday, August 2nd, with each day open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are very excited to work collaboratively with our local municipalities and neighbors, sharing all of our resources. Election Day voting for Imlay City residents will be held right here in the Imlay City Chambers on Tuesday, August 4th from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. We also have no reason absentee ballots that are available for anyone that would like to vote on absentee ballot. Whether you choose to vote early or on Election Day, your vote matters. Take time to learn about the candidates, the issues that are on the ballot, and make a plan to vote and encourage others to do the same. Together, we can ensure a strong, active, and representative democracy. Thank you, and please remember to vote in the Michigan primary election on August 4th, 2026. Are there any questions?
Can you give those early dates again? I tried to write it down.
Yep, July 25th. It's a Saturday. It's the 2 weekends before the election and the week between. So the 25th to the 2nd
Okay,
of August.
thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for everything you do.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to unfinished business first, and we're going to talk about the Community Center. Chuck?
Yeah, so a couple updates. The committee has met twice. On the committee, we have Mr. Tanis, we have Kim Jorgensen, and we have Jennifer Tisch from the Park Board. So we have each group vested into it. We are currently working on rental rates. The past couple meetings, we've looked at other avenues and other towns that have the halls and trying to compare notes to what the building has and they have. So we're pretty confident we have a good price structure there. What I'm working on right now is trying to figure out the legality of if there's a wedding, can they bring in their own alcohol and how does that affect, because a private landowner can do that, but is the city able to? So for our next commission meeting or committee meeting, we'll be talking about that to make sure that the city and the DDA are not going to get a ticket. And then we are looking to hold a open house here. I believe it was on the 23rd. No, that's next week. 30th. Thank you, Bob. We're going to have the doors open to the building at the same time as the Tuesday night concert. We're going to have some printouts of what the renderings were of the inside when the floor is done, And that's the goal of having our rental rates, not fully approved, because we'll bring it to the board first, but we want to have some samples of like, this is what it could cost. So hopefully when we have people at the concert, Bob and the other committee members have offered to be over at the community center, that way I can get things going at the concert. So some good teamwork there, but yeah, we're just about there with the rental rates. And there's a lot of other questions that we've brought up through that process. Like, we had LDC had an event there. They asked if they could use it, and it actually was very good. I'm glad they did because it taught me we need sound deadening in that building. So, and you need a couple other things if you're going to hold an event. So having some practice runs has been helpful. But the committee is doing good work. So we'll have another meeting next week. And that's where we're at.
It's very loud, in there.
Yeah,
The train
echoes.
goes by.
Bounces.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have we worked out the post office deal yet?
So I did let the post office know what the DDA had considered. I have not heard anything back yet. So.
Great.
Thank you,
Any-
Chuck.
Thank you.
Any questions for Chuck?
Thank you.
All right. Next, 9C, because we completed 9B. So non-union discussion.
As we talked about at the budget workshop, we budgeted 2.5% for everybody employed by the city. Again, there's a union contract for DPW, wastewater, and the police department. DPW and wastewater, their contract goes another year. Police department, we're in the process of negotiations. We met once last week. We're going to meet again next Tuesday to prolong that. But in the meantime, I was hoping that you would allow us to at least implement the 2.5% for the full-time, non-union and department. They shouldn't have to wait till the other contracts are settled.
So moved.
You have to make a motion first.
He did. He said so moved. So what exactly is your motion?
My motion is to give the non-union employees the 2.5% annual raise, leave off annual.
Let's support that.
All right. Discussion?
Is when we look at these rates, I know we're in discussion with the unions. I guess my question is this going to be in line with the unions when they receive their raise? Will theirs be retro back to the date of when other city employees get their raise? It should be an even playing ground.
Again, the only contract we have coming up this year is the police contract, and they will get retro
But it'll be retro to when?
till July 1.
What does that have to do with this motion?
I'm just saying, then July 1 is when I think everybody else will get their raise. We're going to vote yes on it.
Right.
25%.
Yeah, that's.
Fair is fair.
Okay.
I'm sure the police will get, again, they have 312 arbitration, so they can cover the retro even if we decided not to.
Right, I understand.
It's not our
I'm just-
intention, it's
yeah.
not our intention to not give retro.
Yeah, I understand that part, but I think if we go to July 1 is where it starts the police department, if they were to get their retro, then I think the rest of the city employees should be July 1st for a 2.5 increase. That's what I feel.
But you say you don't.
Again,
everybody gets
we're
it
asking
July
that
1st.
the full-time, non-union, and department heads, it would be effective July 1.
Okay.
That's what we're
That's
asking.
what it
I'm
says.
sorry.
It's like-
Yeah, we didn't say an effective date. in it.
He is, yeah, they
But
did
it would
say-
be effective
Okay.
with the new fiscal year, yes.
Would you like to amend
Yes,
the motion?
yeah, we should put that in the motions, too.
Put July, effective July
Yeah.
1st.
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Good.
We didn't point that out, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, who was the second? Okay, so would you agree to?
Oh,
amend-
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Davis,
Yes.
Lounge,
Yes.
Tanis,
Yes.
Stempien,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so next, we have some change orders. I guess what we're gonna have to do with this, because it's Tanis Builders, Bob, if you go to the podium and explain the change orders, and then after as to whether you should recuse yourself from any decision.
Question.
How?
We're gonna do that now.
No,
Well-
explain it, then.
You may have to explain the change.
One question, are we gonna vote on this individually or? No, you don't.
Well, let's deal with that when we get there,
Yeah,
okay?
well,
They should be 3 separate motions.
okay, that's what I want to say.
So we have these in our packet.
Yes.
Starting on page 23. Go ahead.
Okay. Valley Electric came up with an increase of $700 for material for the DPW for the electrical part. That's what the extra cost is for the material.
Just a point of clarification, this is on the DPW building.
Yes, yes.
Gotcha.
So that's what that one is over, it's because of the cost of the material. That's why he's submitted that.
That's the amount they're billing us for the material. That's the amount they're billing us for the material.
That's the extra material that's gonna cost.
Yeah, that's just the increase.
Not, the labor's the same, just
Yep.
material's gonna cost him to do that job. Yep.
Does anyone have, I guess we should take these one at a time. Anyone have any questions about that one?
What's changed in the past, what is it, a month, 2 months, that prices have increased that much over the original?
This was bid out in February.
This is one from back in February.
Yes. Yeah.
It's been long enough.
Back that long. And who knew things were gonna go that crazy, just like fuel. Super fuel was gonna go that crazy. And groceries, everything's went up, so.
And all the steel in the whole building.
Right. So, we compensated for the steel and stuff on the building. We worked with the lumber yards and everything, and we got that down to where it didn't cost the city anything on that part. So, okay, that's one. Now, want to go to number two?
Sure.
Okay. Number two. Here's where we found out we had all kinds of issues. We dug everything but the kitchen sink out of that ground back there. Billy Winslow was the one drilling the holes. He had to go home, get his auger, and dig it out because he couldn't drill the holes. There was that much stuff down inside the ground back there. It was a dumping hole back there, because where that building got set. Well, then we did that, then we had to go buy sonic tubes to keep pouring a whole lot of extra concrete in that hole. And the sonic tube was like $200 at the Homer's. Cut it up, put it in the holes. So that's where the extra cost came in on that part. So, yes, and we had to do it, otherwise you're gonna put this much concrete in the bottom, so we decided we'd get a sonic tube. You got by 12-foot piece, so you might only have to use 10. And we cut them 10 inches deep, cut it down in the holes. So that's where that came into effect, because he had to do more than what they anticipated, so.
And so that was an increase of 390?
Yep,
Okay.
yes.
Anyone have any questions in regard to change order number 2? Apparently we don't have any questions. Okay, let's go to change order number 3.
Okay, the permit cost was an increase. The reason the increase came about is when I called for the increase, they told me what the permit cost. But because it is a commercial building, they charge per square foot. And that was not added into the permit. And that's why the permit came up like it is. I didn't know that until I walked in and get the permit, it was $780. I says, that's not what that's because she didn't know. So, and I didn't know that either, so. So that's where those 3 increases come.
Any other questions?
It basically sounds like it's a pass-through, Bob. You did your job, you did your due diligence, it's the unforeseen things under the ground, and then the cost went up.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
and like I said, as far as Ed and I worked out to save some money on the stone, so we cut Billy's costs down to save the cost on the lumber store and try to make things not get out of hand. So we all worked together, everybody went right up, right from the get-go. When I had problems, I couldn't see Ed, so we have to keep things rolling straight, so, okay.
Any other questions? questions for Bob? Obviously, you don't even need to tell us that there's a conflict.
There
And
is a
so,
conflict
would
in
anyone
this
like to
whole
make
thing. Yes,
a motion in regard to whether we would want Bob to recuse himself?
I can make a motion that Bob Tanis would recuse himself for this time.
Is there a second?
Support.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So Bob, if you would step up,
Step
please.
out. Okay.
You didn't have to step up.
He does have to step up. Okay. Why don't we take these one at a time? So, does anyone want to make a motion in regard to change order number 1?
I'd make a motion for change order number O-1, motion approved to change submitted by Bob Tanis from 14,000 to 14,700.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Loud,
Yes.
Stempien,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Change order number 2.
I'd make a motion to approve a change order O-2 submitted by Bob Tanis from 775 to 1,165.
Is there a second?
Support.
Roll call, please.
Loud,
Yes.
Stempien,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
Change order number 3.
I'd make a motion to approve change order 0.30-3 submitted by Bob Tanis from 350 to 780.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Loud,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Stempien,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Someone would go get Bob. Thank you.
Just leave him out here.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Okay.
Motion that he would.
You get
Now that quieter.
You get nothing.
Kind of described it, that's what happened last time.
Okay. We're moving on to new business 10A. This is resolution 2026-10, request by Dawn for flex time in regard to her added election duties.
So Proposition 2022-2 enacted in Michigan for extension of election time for 9 days of early voting. And so that includes the 2 weekends before and the weeks between. So it's definitely more hours than I'm used to putting in. So I'm asking for comp time for those hours that are extra beyond my regular working hours.
In lieu of extra pay.
In lieu of extra
That's
pay.
what I said.
Yeah.
That's, it's all in the motion,
I know.
in the resolution. But yes, you're correct. It's in lieu of extra pay.
Make sure we get this right. You may want to look at 10A. If anyone would like to make that motion.
I'll move to approve resolution 2026-10 to enact flex time to the clerk for added election duties.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Stempien,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Tanis,
Yes.
Plum,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, 10B, Alex.
Good evening,
Alex.
Commission. Alex Parent with OHM Engineering. So I'm here for Ed. Over the last, I think we're going on 18 months now, me and Stu Cameron have been working on a Safe Routes to School application. It's through Michigan Fitness Foundation through the state. Lots of walking on it involving students with surveys. I think there's 24 attachments we have to put on an application that's going out tomorrow. One of which components is a resolution in front of you guys tonight to approve our grant application. It'd be for $1.2 million to them, which will be 100% covered by Safe Routes. That is derived from 4 schools, get $300,000 each, which totals the $1.2 million we're applying for. That is the resolution that's in front of you. Any cover 100% of the construction costs. OHM's design engineering fees, we went after another opportunity called the Health Fund through the state. Basically got all the design engineering covered. So for the city moving forward to construct all this pathway, which is our construction engineering, some geotechnical testing, basically construction services going forward as far as cost of the city. So it's roughly, I think, 1.7, 1.8 miles of pathway and sidewalk in total. I can't tell you offhand exactly what my fees would be in construction and all that stuff as far as services, but getting 1.2 worth of construction of pathways is quite a hefty sum. So,
And that's all it would cost, right? 1.2?
yes, to cover all 4 segments as scoped currently.
100%.
100% the state would cover
100%.
this.
City doesn't come in. Okay.
Correct.
Yep.
Just for the.
Was that the walk that they did one day that everybody was invited to?
Yep.
That was on the bed, okay, cool.
I can show if you want to see any of the documents,
Oh,
or anything,
good.
what people are mocking, so.
No, we're fine.
It's elaborate.
Yeah.
So, any other questions? You might want to look under 10B, because we'd have to have the exact wording.
I'd make a motion to approve the resolution to 2026-11 to establish a representative for safe routes to school funding agreement costs and maintenance.
Support?
Roll call, please.
Blount,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Stempien,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Tanis,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, we have proposed resolution 10C, which is resolution 2026-12 for City of Michigan.
So, is that right? Can I say something?
Yes.
So, we're working with Scott to get them in the social district, and the commission's already approved this resolution last year. It's just, now that they're open 26, the liquor commission wants a resolution for 26. So, it's kind of a repeat process, but we need to get it so we can get him on the map.
Questions? If anyone would like to perhaps entertain 10C?
I'll motion to approve resolution 2026-12, SIPA Michigan LLC, social district liquor control permit.
Support.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Davis, DeLuca,
Yes.
Tanis,
Yes.
Stempien,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Blount,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes. Okay, next is the water tower discussion.
Yes, so, got an email from Deb Schultz over at Vlasic asking about painting their logo on the water tower. It's been brought up before, the one closest to Vlasic. Ed has talked to Deb and asked about it. So, Ed had mentioned, hey, in the spring, we gotta paint the inside of that water tower. So if you wanted to do something, that would probably be the time. So, and I've been working with Vlasic and meeting with them on different ways that we can get them ingrained in Emily City, like put our 2 stories together. The question was, can they put their logo on the water tower? And so before I even go down the road of asking them, planning and all that stuff, I wanted to see if it's something that the commission is comfortable with. As long as the engineers say the paint's good, everything's good, they're covering the costs, and there's no cost to the city. Is that something that, if working with them and that was able to be done, would the commission be comfortable? And that's what I'm trying to get ahead of the curve before I start talking about it. So, want to get your feelings, get your thoughts, see what
Do we have any liability with that while it's being painted? Okay.
Nope.
Is there anything else that references, Inlay City, just, Vlasic on one side, and City of Inlay City on the other? Just
Right now, there's Emily City up there,
Yeah.
so just trying to figure out,
That would be repainted, or just
like, if there's a status, so talking ahead a little bit, like, if there's a patch at the water tower that's visible, like, maybe it needs a little touching up, maybe it's getting a little corroded, maybe that's where we put the design. So just trying to also, it's not time for exterior repaint yet, but it could also kind of save the city a little bit the next time we do. So, I'd like to keep the end of the city and then figure out where we can put it on there.
Okay. The Emily City would say.
That's my goal, city should say Stellar Water Tower, and then put their logo either smaller, bigger, where we can fit it, that makes sense.
So we would still have to say yes at a later point, final design and everything, it's just, this is just.
I would bring the final design and everything to the commission to make sure you guys liked it, but I'd like a motion saying, hey, we're cool if you guys,
At least want to start looking.
yes.
You can't make it look like a jar of pickles, said that.
I mean, with enough money, you can, honestly.
Maybe it should.
I think that's a great idea because they are our largest employer. And they are the largest packaging pickle company in the business.
Look like a store.
Sure. And I met with.
And they've represented Emily City forever.
Yeah. And I was really happy, I met with Deb and talking about, there's a lot of things we can do to merge our stories without costing money, as well. And Deb had said the ConAgra board was interested in some ideas, and we'll hopefully meet at a later date with the corporate board, so.
Great idea.
Hopefully we can keep progressing this.
Yeah.
But I wanna make sure you guys are okay.
Does anyone have any concerns?
I think it's a great idea.
I think you got your experience.
Well, we do have a motion.
You have to have a motion, though. I'd make a motion to authorize staff to work with Velocity Congress regarding the replacement of the Velocity logo on the tower, water tower near the facility, provided there is no cost to the city and all legal and regulatory requirements are met. Authorize staff to execute the necessary agreements to complete the project.
Support.
Thank you, great job.
Roll call, please.
Jones,
Yes.
Dennis,
Yes.
Simeon,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Davis,
Yep.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Bianchi.
Yes.
Thank you.
So next is the land steal lease. And so, both of us were there. Go ahead, Fran.
Again, the mayor, myself, and the property chair from the county, Brian Zender, met to go over the lease. It's due to come up in November. We met, we went over a couple of issues. We asked them if they would allow us to make the terms of the agreement match our fiscal year, so it's going to be effective July 1. And they agreed to that, and they asked us if we would extend the terms of the agreement for 10 years, so that we don't have to do this every 3 or 4 years. And we had no objection to that, because we want the seniors here for that period of time anyway. What else did we?
Question, when you extend it for 10 years, is that at a fixed price or can we get increases?
What they agreed to is an increase of $1,000 a year.
The bump is $1,000 a year, not a month.
A year.
Okay. Is that reasonable?
What?
Is that reasonable?
Because we want them here and they want to be here, and, the lease of that is like right now, it's like $10,000 a year. That building should probably be about $10,000 a month, but it's $10,000 a year, and again.
Wow. Can I rent that?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, who takes care of the building now?
We do. Again, we just put a $500,000 HVAC system into that building last year, and the city paid for that.
We're making a lot of money there.
There was originally that trust fund many years ago that the money ran out in 2014, I think.
13, I think, yeah.
And so before that, this is a long time ago before my time, but I mean, when it was built and all that work was done, it was originally done with trust fund money, but the trust fund money is gone. And so the city has been paying for that building, and obviously the police department is in the lower level and the seniors are in the top. So this is just a lease with the county, because it's the county that actually has the senior centers, and so it's a lease with the county for them to continue to have the senior center there.
And the senior center is good in our city, whether we pay for it or they pay for it.
Agreed.
They pay the operation of the
Yeah,
senior
they
center.
run the building for us, really.
Yes. They provide the meals, they
It's
provide the
mostly our
staffing.
local seniors that are in there.
They pay a portion of the electric and gas bill, and water bill.
Well, I think on the city part, that's a great investment for our seniors,
Yeah.
because that is a beautiful place, and they definitely need a place to come to during the good times and the bad times.
So we're not actually asking for a vote or anything this evening, because we just wanted to bring this to everybody, let you know what the discussions were, because now it's going to go to the properties, people over in the county, for them to look at to see if they're going to ask for any changes or anything. So we're not actually asking for a vote tonight. It was more informational only to let you know what we were thinking.
Well, do you want our opinion as a vote? Or do you want to just leave it?
Do we have the final vote?
In front of us.
Both sides, it's a contract, so both
Yeah,
sides.
that's just saying, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, so both sides, it's a contract, so both sides are going to have the opportunity to decide yea or nay as to whether they're going to agree to the terms. So we had the existing contract, Craig made the changes that we just talked about, and so now it's going to go to the county for them, their properties department.
That was not the question I asked.
Yes.
The question I asked, do you want our opinion? That's a yes or no. If half of us.
Stu,
want this
we
or-
always want your opinion.
What I'm saying, he's told us about it, and he's going to negotiate something. And I would think you'd want to make sure that we agree with that. And the way you agree with that is a vote.
We could do that.
I think they're updating us right now on the contract discussions. It'll come back to us once it's approved by the city and the county. It's not being voted on yet.
The city might counter with some kind of change or something. There's no sense having you approve it
No.
and then send it to them and they say, well, we only want to pay this amount of money and I have to bring it back to you.
It's under negotiations
Yes,
right now, so
yes.
there's nothing.
We're just keeping you up to date
Yeah.
on the major changes to the current contract.
Okay,
Okay?
Thank you.
all right. So next is the Lions Park discussion.
Lions Park, we met, we had what they call a site meeting with the prime professional, which in this case is Rowe. The contractors are pretty much done. There are some cleanup things that they have to do. They've got to wait till the ground dries up and hardens to be able to do some other things. But in evaluating the park so far and the total amount of the grant, we have approximately $50,000, a little over $50,000 left in the grant. And the grant people have made a determination that if, and not just us, for all the, I think it's 23 grants throughout the state, all 23 grants, if they want to buy incidental amenities, picnic tables, benches, grills, those type of things, and they have excess money, that we don't have to go through the budget amendment process, that are going to just allow us to order those items off a pre-selected list by them. They've already gone out and vetted the companies, they've gotten quotes from the companies, so if we order off that list from those vendors, they're going to allow us to spend our additional, I think it's $54,000, and we're in the process of putting that order together. Ed was trying to make a determination of the best place for the benches, the best place for the bike racks, the best place for the grills. We're going to put a couple tables over there, permanent tables, that maybe have some shade entities to it, to be able, in case the mothers want to sit down there while the kids are on the toys. So just want to give you an update.
It's really, really fun to go past there and see how many people are using that park.
Yeah.
We drove past there today, and there was a bunch of kids playing out on the baseball field. There was a whole bunch of kids using the zip line and using, the other equipment. It's really fun to see.
And speaking of the baseball field, that wasn't part of the grant, but Ed and his staff are going to do grading, weeding, and they're going to put down new diamond dust and baselines and that stuff to enhance that, but that will be on the city dime, not on the fence.
All right. Any questions? Okay. Next is the NIA bylaws. So NIA met last week? And we had everybody here. So this was great. We decided on a set of bylaws G.
All right, I'll do it. I'll make a motion to approve the NIA bylaws as moved by the committee.
Perhaps maybe as amended and recommended by the NIA board, is that perhaps what you meant?
Yes.
Is there a second?
I'll support it.
Okay. Discussion, are there any questions or discussion about the bylaws? Roll call, please.
Davis,
Yes.
Tanis,
Yes.
Blount,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Campion,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
The next issue regarding the bylaws is an amendment. This is the first reading. And this is in regard to the number of members on the NIA. To change it, originally we had said 5, to change it to between 5 and 9.
Yeah.
I'll move we amend the bylaws to approve 9 on the NIA instead of 5.
I'd support that.
Hold on.
Oh,
Is your
sorry.
motion perhaps in regard to the first reading of the ordinance?
Right.
Yep, it is the first meeting.
Okay,
Okay, is that all right?
fine.
Okay,
I'd support that.
great. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Because it's an ordinance amendment, there will be a first reading, a second reading, and then a publication.
Right.
Davis,
Yes.
Blount,
Yes.
Tanis,
Yes.
Campion,
Yes.
Ramirez,
Yes.
DeLuca,
Yes.
Yaki.
Yes.
Thank you.
So next we have items 10I through 10Q. And this is something we do generally in June, where we have expiring terms on commissions. And so rather than go through each one, we historically have decided to just ask if people want to approve all the folks who have agreed here to serve once again.
And they've all agreed?
Yes.
Okay. I'd make a consent motion to approve the reappointments of I through Q as presented.
Support.
Probably just, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, hearing none, motion passes. All right, our second citizen from the floor, is there anyone who would like to?
Yeah. Scott Stone on behalf of City Commission, I would just like to really say how much I appreciate you guys redoing the resolution again. It's been a fun trip, let's put it this way, with the state. But no, we really want to express our appreciation for everything the city's done. The community has been phenomenal with the support for us, so really appreciate it.
Cool.
Again, just, I know we did this in 25, and then they came back and said in 26 there was a new form, so we had that signed. And then they said, no, now we need it for a meeting from 26, so it's the state. But we're there, we're on the very last leg of the application process, so we're there. Once again, I'd like to appreciate everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
We appreciate you. We appreciate that new business and seeing all the cars downtown, it's great.
It's fun to see, yes.
It's absolutely great. Anyone else? Any other citizens from the floor like to speak? Okay, seeing none, we do not need a closed session. Anything, Craig, from you?
No.
Okay. Commissioners, Commissioner Blount.
Just good news, 213 East 3rd Street's finally been sold and closed. There'll be a retail shop next to you. And so I don't know how quickly it'll be open, but it was probably about an 18-month process to find the right buyer. is he's got a lot of stuff, a lot of antiques, a lot of different things, so he's looking forward to being a part of the community. He feels the same way. Things went real well, and so that's good news, and thank you so much for being here. It's awesome always to see people from Lindley City interested in what's going on.
Commissioner Luca?
I echo the same, thank you, audience members.
Yeah.
Mr. Tanis?
Same, thanks for coming.
Commissioner Davis?
Two things. One thing is, once again, we get a check that's enough to buy a cup of coffee and a few things. Why don't we just give it back to the city? You know, it doesn't amount to anything. I try to have it transferred to a charity. They won't let us do that. If I don't take it, the state gets my money. I'm not going to give it to the state. And with a few $100, you get not even a few $100, I'm exaggerating. For $100 and some odd dollars we get a year. I don't know why we just don't make a rule that we don't take the money and let the city keep it. You know, they complain, pardon me, I'll say this, you guys complained when we took money away from the homeowners. We gave a break. And how drastic it was for a couple $1,000. Let's give them back $1,000 of our own money. And I'd like to bring that up at the next meeting and have a vote on it.
Is there anything else?
Yeah, we have a problem coming up that we should be considering. The mess downtown on 53. Now, I've been working on that, and I think our city manager knows for several years. I can't get the state to try to turn the speed limit down to 35 miles an hour for a test. You know, maybe we could save injuries and lives, but they're not going to do it. And they told me that if I force that issue, and they will do a study before they do that, and if they find the cars are doing 50 instead of 45 like before, they're going to raise the speed limit to 55. Now, don't write this down, guys. If they're that big a dumbass, we got to do something about it. And we don't have enough citizens. I'd like to take them to court. Now, you were manager at KPAC.
Brown City,
They took KPAC to court and won. So it's not like it's impossible. But I think we have to get together, and those of us that, you two down there who know what you're doing on a computer, let's get that open on the thing. When I report them about the study they did on M53, they said there was not enough traffic. And no, they said there was not enough traffic. And when I pushed them on it, I found out that the side road doesn't have enough traffic on it. Well, I said, anybody has that in their mind to try and get on M53 for that side road, it's a suicide trip. They said, well, no, that we have to count that. So, two things. One, if you see that wire up on that road again, that cable, get your car back up or run that thing up to 1,000. But we've got to do something. We have to get together and fight them on it. I'm not happy about the island, but more important than that, I'm very unhappy that they're not going to try 35 miles an hour first. And I personally believe that the island is going to cause more accidents. The reason behind that, I'll tell you, is you put an island down the middle, we took a 5-lane road, we made it into a 4-lane road. But now, they're going to be turnarounds. And the turnaround is not going to be big enough to make a sharp turn, so you're going to have to block 2 lanes to make a turn. So the cars are going to be in your left lane, lined up to make a U-turn. And they can't make a U-turn until 2 lanes are clear. And about the 4th guy back is going to be so tired of waiting, he's going to take a chance to get broadsided. So there's going to be as many accidents. It's just a mess. They're not, but if before they do that, I would sure love to see them put 35 miles an hour. Now, I may not even be alive here when they put that up there, but I think the city, I love the city enough, I think we should do that and try it. And I don't know how in the world, we can do it. I'm having some help by our DDA director, some guidance, and help me. But we have to get together and do something. Yeah, please.
Don't you think a light up Bourne Road?
Excuse me, this is not a time, this is not, no, sorry, this is commissioner time only.
After the meeting,
Okay.
after the meeting, the three of us.
Anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Sunday.
I want to thank all of our wonderful first responders, EMS, fire departments of our own here in Lake City, all of our local departments for everything they had to go through the past couple of weeks. This has been insane, just all the structural fires, incredible, the response we're getting, the hours they're putting in. I mean, when Centerville and then right after Michelle Road, that, within 20 hours, they're putting out extremely major fires. So I want to just praise them and thank them for all the wonderful work that they do.
And P.S., they damaged, the last fire did damage to our truck, we just put $100,000.
Commissioner Ramirez.
No.
No? Okay. I would really like to thank all the folks on this list who agreed to be reappointed to all these commissions. Because it is getting to be more and more difficult, frankly, to get people to volunteer their time. And these are folks that have been doing this already, and they're saying that they're going to agree to do it again. So I would just like to thank them very much for their efforts. Yes?
I did forget one thing, and I apologize. When Stu brought up the commissioner's payroll, Renee has asked me, since your checks are the size they are, would any of you have a problem if we went to pay you quarterly instead of monthly?
You can pay yearly.
All right. I didn't think you'd have a problem, but I told her I'd make sure, so.
It's a waste of paper, just quarterly, every 6 months, 1 year.
Is that a consensus then?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
Quarterly's great. Okay.
All right.
Anyone else? Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Don't forget, music in the park.
Don, go check it out.
Yeah.